Hey there. Great afternoon, everybody. Come on in the room. Welcome to Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. I am Dr. Shavonna Whitehead. And guess what? This is my third anniversary. So come on in, celebrate. As you're coming in the room, say hello. As you're coming in the room, say hello. I am excited. Hey, Erlene, how are you? I am super excited. Today we are celebrating 3 years. I said we are coming to celebrate 3 years. I'm going to share this, and I hope you will too, because I'm excited. I'm super excited. Hey, Marlene, thank you so very much. Um, I am excited because this is year number 3. This is year number 3, divine completion. And I believe that God is doing something in and through Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. I'm super excited. I'm excited about what God's going to do this year. I don't even know what he's going to do, but I'm excited. And so as we come, guess what? I'm still going to push you. Why? Because I am the more pusher. So I am still going to push you today. So guess what we're talking about? We're talking about stretch, grow, and transform. Stretch, grow, and transform. Somebody just type it in the chat. Stretch, grow, and transform. Hey, Meek, how are you? Somebody just type it in the chat. Stretch, grow, and transform. And you're probably saying, guess what? Dr. Vaughn, you're supposed to be celebrating. Why are you still pushing? Because I'm celebrating the fact that God chose me to push. And in this last year, I have learned these 3 things: how to stretch, how to grow, and how to transform. In these last 3 years, there has been some shifting, there has been some growing, there has been some transforming. And listen, it's all been God. I don't have any complaints. It has been uncomfortable. Sometimes it's been lonely, but guess what? It's all God. So listen, I like to play. So when we're talking about stretching, in order to embrace the shift that God has to us, we have to be able to stretch this way and this way. Tell somebody, I got to go up, I got to go in, and I got to go out. I got to go up, I got to go in, and I got to go out. Why? Because there's something that God has for me that this place right here can't hold. This something that God has for me, this place right here can't hold. So I had to learn this year that I had to go this way and I had to go that way. I had to go up, but then I had to go in and I had to go out. Was it uncomfortable? Yes, because the space that I allowed myself to get into could no longer hold me. So it becomes uncomfortable when you got to break past what it is that you are used to and what is familiar. And so then you have to grow. Many of us don't like growing because growing includes pain. Okay, I know. I came to be the bearer of bad news. Growing includes pain, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot grow without pain. So guess what? There are going to be some things that's going to hurt your feelings. There are going to be some things that God is going to reveal to you that you don't like. There are going to be some things that are uncomfortable. There are going to be some things that you really despise. There are going to be some things that seem unfair. But tell somebody, growing is essential to where I'm going. Growing is essential to where I am going. Growing is essential to where I am going. And so I had to learn over the course of these last 3 years, especially this last year, that growing is personal. Somebody type that in the chat. Growing is personal. My growth has nothing to do with your approval. My growth has nothing to do with whether or not you like it. My growth has nothing to do whether or not you applaud it. My growth has nothing to do with whether or not you sanction it. Tell somebody, my growth is personal. This thing that me and God got, this is between me and God. You may never understand the way God grows me. You may never understand the way God stretches me. You may never understand the way God uses me, but growing is essential to where I'm going. Growing. Listen, so change is inevitable. Change is inevitable. Change is inevitable. And so because we don't like change, we don't want to grow. Because we don't like change, we don't want to move from here. Because, hey, Miss Charlene, because we don't like change, we don't actually want to maneuver the way God wants us to maneuver. Hey, Aunt Jackie, but we have to realize that where we're going, we have to grow. Some of you have gotten so content at where you are because it's comfortable. Some of us have settled because it's comfortable. Okay. Yeah, okay, let me talk about me. I always tell you, my journey is someone else's freedom. I had to realize that I had become comfortable just being Dr. Vaughn. I had become comfortable in the space that I was in. And when God started to stretch me and grow me, fear began to set in because I did not want to take on another thing. I did not want to step into another realm. So the more that I knew that I was the more pusher, the more that I knew that God had called me to be that pusher that would motivate, that would overcome, that would help people be restored, that would empower people, the more I realized who my authentic self was, I became scared to speak her. I'm trying to help somebody. I became scared to speak her. And so it took me a while, and it wasn't until this latter part of this last year that I actually connected. I am the more pusher. I'm not denying who I am. I know that I have pushed people into their healing. I have pushed people into their wholeness. I have been the tool that God used, not me, that God used to get them to where they needed to be. So guess what? I finally connected to me, and I show up as her as best as I can. Why? Because I now own who I am. Tell somebody, I'm owning who I am this year. I'm owning who I am. Come on, type it. I'm owning who I am. I am owning who I am. I might not understand where I'm going. I may not know what the next step is, but tell somebody, I am owning who I am. Because God took enough time to actually put it in me, then guess what? I am who I am. And guess what? Can't nobody be me better than me. That's not cocky. That is confidence that I believe what God is doing in me is so important. It's so weighty. It's so valuable that I will not deny who I am simply because I may not understand it. I will no longer deny who I am simply because somebody else may not understand it. I will no longer deny who I am simply because the fact that somebody else don't think I should be. So you got to stretch and you got to grow, but then you got to transform. Transform. Y'all know I like words, so you know. Listen to this. Transform means that there is a noticeable change in your appearance or your character. I'll say it again. Transform means that there is a noticeable change in your appearance and your character. I'll say it one more time. To transform means there is a noticeable change in your appearance or your character. You cannot say that you are transforming, but we can't see nothing. You cannot say that you are transforming, but you still operate the same. You cannot transform or say you're transforming, but you don't lean into the uncomfortable places, because there has to be a noticeable change. There has to be a noticeable change. And what I've learned over these last 3 years, that sometimes you got to lean into this change, even when you feel like you ain't got the strength to lean in. Okay. I said, you got to lean into this change, even when you don't have the strength to lean in. Sometimes instead of you just leaning in, sometimes you got to lay there. Okay. I'm going to be the only one. Sometimes you don't even have the energy to lean. You don't have the energy to drag yourself. So you got to just roll over and lay in it. You got to roll over and lay in it. Why? Because this transformation is essential to where I'm going. There are some things in me that have to transform because they are not conducive for where I'm going. Hello, Jesus. I said some of the things that are in me right now are not conducive to where I'm. Come on, God. I can't hear nobody but God. I said there are some things in me that are not conducive to where God is taking me. So there has to be a transformation here. God had to put me in the cocoon. God had to seal me off. God had to put me in a dark place. God had to remove some familiar connections. God had to remove some familiar relationships. God had to take me out of a familiar place and put me into a foreign place that was dark and lonely where only him and I could dwell. He had to put me in this place because there was something that had to manifest, that had to happen in the dark. Oh, I said there was something that had to happen in the dark. The dark was not necessary for my development. But ask yourself, can you still dream in the dark? I came to talk to somebody and pull you today. I came to pull you and to push you. Can you dream in the dark? Can you still believe what God said, even though he put you in a dark spot? Can you still trust what God has for you, even though he put you in a lonely spot? I know you thought they was going to be with you for 50 years, but guess what? God said not in this season. He said that this weight can't go where you're going. I gave my mentees this analogy on last night. When you go to the airport, there is a weight maximum for a check bag. Hear me clearly, flow with me. There is a weight maximum for a checked bag. If you're flying on Southwest, your bags are free. If you're flying anywhere else, it's $25. But there is a maximum weight of 50 pounds. When you get to that counter and put that bag on the scale, though you are about to take a trip, if that bag is too weighty, I can't hear nobody but God. If that bag is too weighty, you got to do one or two things. You got to pay extra to carry it. I'm trying to talk to somebody. You got to pay extra to carry it, or you got to take something out of the bag. Who? I said you got to pay extra to carry it, or you got to take something out of the bag. But nevertheless, you got to make a decision at the counter before you can go on your trip. I said you have to make a decision at the counter before you can go on your trip. They will not let you check that bag till you either take something out of the bag or pay extra to carry the bag. My question is, how long are you going to keep paying extra for stuff that ain't supposed to go with you? How long are you going to pay extra and suffer more for stuff that you were supposed to take out the bag? How long are you going to keep dragging this extra stuff when he said take it out the bag? You are paying extra for stuff that was never supposed to go. Okay. I said I came to push you. It's my anniversary, so I'm going to celebrate the way I want to celebrate, and I'm celebrating pushing you. Why? Because we all got somewhere to go. Somebody need to type, I ain't paying extra no more. Somebody need to type in, I ain't paying extra no more. Somebody just need to put it right there. I ain't paying extra no more. Nope, I'm not paying extra no more. I done went through enough seasons where I paid extra for keeping wrong connections. I done paid extra for wrong relationships. I done paid extra for doing things I wasn't supposed to do. I had paid extra for my slowfulness and my procrastination. I done paid extra because I was trying to carry fear and anxiety. I had paid extra because I was dragging other people's problems. I had paid extra because I was more concerned about other people than me. I ain't paying extra no more. Okay. Can y'all tell I'm ready to celebrate? I ain't paying extra no more. God is doing something, and I am believing him for some supernatural stuff. This next, we about to go into quarter two. I believing that these next 3 quarters, God is about to blow my literal mind. That God is about to take me into a place that I don't even understand. He is about to perform some things that I will not be able to say it was nobody but God. He is about to do some things that I have never experienced. I am about to encounter God on a new level. That's right. Yep. I'm about to encounter God on a new level. I'm about to encounter God on a new level. So that's what I came to push you today because you, you, I challenge you. I challenge you. What are you carrying? What are you carrying that don't belong to you? What are you carrying that don't belong to you? Ooh, what are you carrying that don't belong to you? And my second question is how long you been carrying it? Yes, sir. What are you carrying that don't belong to you? And how long have you been carrying it? I am trying to go, yeah, this new level requires a different level of weight. This new level requires a different level of weight. So there is two sets of weight. Oh God, I love how you talking to me today. There are two sets of weight. There is a weight that you put on top of something to kaya, glory to God. I said there's a weight that you put on top of something to keep it down, but then there's a weight that you put on a rope to pull something up. Oh, Jesus. Woo! Listen to me. Oh God, I hope you hear it. There are two types of weight. There is a weight that you put on something to hold it down. You know, you want to put a weight on something, like you don't want the balloons to fall away. You don't want the balloons to fly away. So we put a balloon weight to hold it down. But then there is a weight that if you are trying to elevate something, you put the weight so that the rope takes it up. Almighty. Oh, so there is a different type of weight. There's a weight that's going to hold me down, and then there's a weight that's going to help me go up. I said there's a weight that holds me down, but then there's a weight that's going to shift me up. And I don't know about you. I am operating in a different weight in this season. This weight that I am operating in is taking me up. This weight is not having me complacent. This weight is not having me stagnant. This weight is no longer keeping me bound. This weight is shifting me up. God Almighty, I love you today. I said this weight is shifting me up. Why? Because I'm not settling for the old weight because I got rid of the old weight. Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh-huh. Because when God said we gotta go somewhere, I started unpacking. Oh, when God said we gotta go somewhere, I started checking what I was carrying. He said, you gotta unpack some of that stuff. You got to unpack some of that stuff. You got to unpack some of that stuff. And so when God is trying to take us somewhere, some of us are holding on to weights that can't go in our next season. We are missing what God has in store for us because we got some weights that we can't carry in this next season. I just told you, when you got to transform, you have to realize that there's some things that are currently around you that are not conducive to what God has promised you. You keep asking God to manifest his promise, but you ain't got rid of what's hindering you from the promise. You keep asking God to manifest what he said in your life. He done put his all on you, his grace on you. He done gave you prophecy after prophecy. And you want to know why the prophecies have not manifested? Check what you're carrying. I said, you want to know why? You want to know why your prophecies ain't manifested? Tell somebody, I got to check what I'm carrying. Tell somebody, I got to check what I'm carrying. Because sometimes we have become so comfortable that we don't even pay attention that what we're carrying, though it is familiar, it's not conducive for the new level. Though it is familiar and though it is comfortable, it is not conducive for the new level. It does not have the capacity to withstand the new level. It does not have the oil enough to stand the new level. It does not have the components it needs for the new level. Okay. All right. I just want to talk to y'all today. It's my anniversary. So guess what? You see, I done got my new Lunchtime Empowerment shirt on. It's my anniversary and I am celebrating, but I'm celebrating pulling and pushing you. Why? Because we all go up together. I'm not trying to do this by myself. I want all of y'all to go with me. God has promised us some things. Bishop Sean Bell said it in December that this will be the year of surplus. But many of us can't enjoy the surplus because we're weighted down instead of weighted up. I said, Bishop Sean Bell said that this will be the year of surplus. But some of us can't embrace the surplus. We're going to be still functioning at the same level because we refuse to get rid of the weight that he said can't go. Some of us will keep functioning at the same level because we won't get rid of the weight or the connections or the whatever it is that can't go to the next level. We're going to keep, at the end of the year, we're going to be functioning. But if you are willing to dispel the weight that can't go to this new level, God has already promised that he's going to take us up. Let me tell you something. Surplus. I am living in surplus. I've already seen surplus already in the first quarter of the year because it is my commitment to God that even if it's uncomfortable, I'm doing it God's way. Even if it's uncomfortable, I'm doing it God's way. Even if it's lonely, I'm doing it God's way. Even if it's not popular, I'm doing it God's way. Even if nobody understands it, I'm doing it God's way. Even if, let me go further, even if I don't understand it. Tell somebody it's always safe to go with God. It's always safe to go with God. And so I'm commissioning you and I'm pulling you that we're at the counter. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the counter. We done arrived to the spiritual airport. Come on, Jesus. We done arrived to the spiritual airport. We are checking in our bags. We are at the counter. They have put your bag on the belt. Will it meet the weight requirements or is it too heavy? Ooh. What I say? We are at the spiritual counter. I'm asking you now, when you put your bag on the belt, will you meet the weight requirements or are you too heavy? Will you meet the weight requirements or are you too heavy? And if you are too heavy, what decision will you make? Will you take the access out of the bag or you going to pay extra to hold on to it? And let me go a step further. If you take it out of the bag, it don't mean you put it in another bag. Okay, let me hear that. If you take it out of the bag, it doesn't mean that you find another bag to put it in. When you take it out of the bag, you got to throw it away. When you're going through security at the airport, if you got liquid in your bag, they don't let you put it in another bag. They take it out your bag and they throw it in the trash because the liquid can't. I said the liquid can't go through the airport. So if they find it, they throw it away. Some of you got some stuff that is going through the security conveyor belt in the spirit realm that you need to realize that God just found and you can't take it. You can't take it. They got to throw it away. It's a trash can reserved for what you can't take. Okay. All right. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, I didn't even talk. I didn't even go this way. But there is a trash can waiting for it to be dispelled because you can't take it. Yes, the security found it. Oh, God, thank you. They found it, not for you to keep it, but so that you would know what they were throwing away. I said the security, it found it, not so that you can keep it, but so that you would know what was being thrown away. Hey, oh, glory to God. I said they found it not for you to keep it, but they found it so you would know what was being thrown away. Why? So you know not to carry it again. Oh, I saw what they were throwing it away so that I would know not to carry it again. Okay. This thing is good to me. This thing is good to me. Me and God we've been in celebration mode. Me and him been together all morning. And so listen, I just want to celebrate with you. I want to celebrate what God is doing in you. But here's the thing. I cannot celebrate it more than you. You got to want what God has for you so bad that you're willing to sacrifice it all. You got to want what God has for you so bad that you're willing to sacrifice you. You got to want what God has for you so bad that you got to move your feelings out the way and sometimes be like, okay, God, whatever you want. So I'll say to you, we're at the spiritual counter. We arrived at the airport because we got somewhere to go, y'all. We got a destination we got to get to. We at the spiritual counter. What's going to happen when you put yourself on the scale? You going to be too weighty? Or you going to meet the weight requirements? I had to do some work on me so I can make sure I met the weight requirements. Because I don't want to carry nothing that ain't meant for me into this next season. I did it far too long. Too many seasons. I paid extra for stuff that God told me to let go of. Too many seasons. I settled and I paid extra because it wasn't what God said. Too many seasons. I walked around not connected to my authentic identity and I paid extra. I suffered more because I wouldn't be obedient. But I ain't paying extra no more. Nope. I'm not paying extra no more. And so listen, I hope that you receive something. And guess what? I am celebrating 3 years. 3, the number of divine completion. 3. I believe that God is divinely completing some things in me this year and in what he's assigned to my hand. Somebody may say they don't think I'm worthy for it to be assigned to my hand, but guess what? I'm grateful he assigned it to my hand. I'm grateful that he's given me the grace to do it. I am grateful that he anointed me to do what he's called me to do. I am grateful that his anointing rests on my life. I'm grateful, even though I had to suffer for it, I'm grateful for the oil that he put on me. And so I am grateful for whatever God is about to do this year. So I'm ready. I'm ready to take a ride. I done met my weight requirement. I'm on my way to a new level. I'm on my way to my new destination. And wherever God goes, I'm going with him. I'm going with him. And so, yes. And so you know me. It's my anniversary, so I might as well go ahead and give stuff away. And so today and today only, 2 things are happening. You can head on over to the link on our Facebook page, and you can actually register for the Restore Your Roar experience, which is May the 19th and through the 21st, 2023 in Lancaster, PA. You can go over and you can register at a discounted rate until 11:30 p.m. tonight. You can register. The weekend registration is going to be $120, which is a $30 savings. And the Saturday only registration is going to be $80, which is a $20 savings, only to 11:30 tonight. To 11:30 tonight. Why? Because I want you in the room as God begins to push us even more, because he knows that we came out with something to say. And guess what? In addition to that, because I am who I am, today I want to give away 1 Saturday registration. I'm giving away 1 Saturday registration. Now listen to me. Do not claim this Saturday registration and then don't show up. But if you cannot afford to actually pay for the registration and you want to come and spend all day Saturday with me on May the 20th as God begins to pour all day, then I want you to put in the comment section, Dr. Vaughn, I want to be in the room. I'm only giving away 1. If you want to be just a Saturday only, if you want to be in the room on Saturday, May the 20th for the Restore Your Roar experience in Lancaster, PA, and you cannot afford it, I just want you to put in the comment section, Dr. Vaughn, I want to be in the room. You got to follow directions. If that is you and you can't afford the Saturday registration and you want to be in the room, I'm only doing 1. I want you to just put Dr. Vaughn, I want to be in the room. And my administrator, Shamika Williams, is on here and she'll make sure that we make sure that you are in the room. So if that is you, you only got time to say something to 11:30 tonight. You only got time to say something on that too until 11:30 tonight. Also, she put the email info@ShavonnaWhitehead.com, but we only giving away 1. We're only giving away one. And then also, in addition to that, I want to make sure that if you do not have my book, The Cutting That Made Me Whole, I'm only giving away one today. If you do not have a copy of The Cutting That Made Me Whole, and you need a copy and you really need one, I want you to put in the comments, Dr. Vaughn, I need to be ignited. Dr. Vaughn, I need to be ignited. And we'll make sure I'm only giving away one. Just put in the comment section, Dr. Vaughn, I need to be ignited. Dr. Vaughn, I need to be ignited. And here's the last one. Here's the last one. And my team is in the comment section. They can make sure. I'm going to give away 3 t-shirts. Just 3. Once they gone, they gone. Just 3. Why? 3 representing. I am 3 representing these 3 years that God has blessed me to have Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. So here it is. This is the first one we're giving away. It's a size large. If this is you, put self large. I'm only giving away 3 of them. This is one, self large. Here's the one. Because in this season, you got to have some self-love, self-respect, self-worth, and self-confidence. So this one is a size large. We're going to give away the self large. Self large. It's a size large. That's the only one. So don't ask me. We got different sizes. We're giving away that and a self large. All right, Earlene, you have the self large. All right, that one's gone. This one is our new brand, which is called Be Authentically You. Size extra large. Be Authentically You. Size extra large. Be Authentically You. Size extra large. Put extra large, be authentic. Extra large, be authentic. Extra large, be authentic. Extra large, be authentic. And then the third one that we're giving away is because we also want to make sure that our plus size beauties, we honor them too. So this one is I Can size 3X. This is a I Can size 3X. This is a I Can size 3X. Again, that is the I Can size 3X. So we still have left the extra large Be Authentic or 3X I Can. So it's the extra large Be Authentic or the 3X I Can. We just want to be a blessing and we wanted to push you. And so I hope that you have actually received something from today. Janae, yes, ma'am, you got it. Deanna, yeah, you got it. All right, all the t-shirts are gone. All the t-shirts are gone. Shamika said no to somebody. I don't know who she's talking to, but all the t-shirts are gone. If you need the book, The Cutting That Made Me Whole, make sure you put in the comments. We still have one book. Make sure you put in the comments, Dr. Vaughn, I need to be ignited. Dr. Vaughn, I need to be ignited. And I'll make sure that I get the book to you. So listen, this is my anniversary. I am excited. I am literally overjoyed. So thank you for sharing with me. I hope that you have not only liked this video, but shared this video. Make sure that somebody else sees this. So guess what? They can be prepared for their next season. I don't know about you, but God is up to something. And I am going to be in position to get everything that God has for me. So listen, be prayerful. Again, take advantage of the discounted anniversary registration until 11:30 p.m. tonight. To 11:30 p.m. tonight. $120 for the weekend registration. And it's $80 for Saturday registration. The link is on my page. I'm going to post it again, both in the comment section and on my page again, so you can go over there and register. You have until 11:30 p.m. tonight. And listen, all right, Shamika, somebody needs the book. Can you get their information? We're gonna ship it out to you. No problem, Adrian. No problem. No problem. Adrian, yep, Adrian, can you inbox Shamika Williams and give her your address? And we're going to make sure that you get the book. All right. So listen, I love you all. And guess what? Keep celebrating, because guess what? Can't nothing shake my happiness today, because tell somebody happiness is an inside job. It's an inside job. Happiness doesn't mean that everything is perfect, but happiness sure mean everything good. I said happiness doesn't mean everything's perfect, but it means everything's good. Why? Because even when it's challenging, God is still good. So I thank y'all for hanging out with me. I thank y'all for loving on me. I thank y'all for celebrating with me. And if you have not already done so, go down there to that website, www.shavonnawhitehead.com, and make sure you subscribe. We got something fabulous coming this year. We're going to be doing new things. God is expanding our mind. He's expanding our reach. He's expanding the work to our hands. And I am super excited. God has given me a phenomenal team, so I don't have to do the work by myself. A team that I can trust. A team ultimately, and I'm going to get off here because I'll go another way. A team that helped me heal from the betrayal and helped me trust again. A team that helped me trust again. So yes, I'm celebrating a lot. So this year, God even gave me, over this last year, gave me a team that helped me learn to trust again. And so I love you all. I appreciate you all. Listen, stretch, grow, and transform. Stretch, grow, and transform. This is your year. This is your season. Let's embrace our surplus together. I love you. I appreciate you. I honor you. Most of all, God loves you too. So have an amazing day, family. All right, take care.